Thanks, Chloe. So remember, once upon a time, we were all teenagers, and sometimes you and your teenager may totally forget this. And the childhood and teenage years that you experienced are going to have an impact on how you are as a parent. So maybe you had a fabulous childhood and you want to replicate this with your own family. Or maybe you had not a great upbringing and you want your children's lives to be totally different. Each generation tends to want to be much better than the last. Now, we've all heard the expression, haven't we? Things like, he's just like his father, or the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And these throwaway sentences will have a huge impact on your young person when they're used in a negative way. So be really careful how you use them. I think, especially if you're living as a single parent and maybe your relationship with the other parent isn't great, it can be really easy to run down your ex-partner in front of your child. And then the next breath, be telling your young person how similar they are to that parent. So Chloe and I have worked with a lot of families who have experienced domestic abuse, and it can be really difficult for the teenagers if they hear themselves being likened to the perpetrator of that abuse. So try and avoid saying, oh, you're just like your mum or you're just like your dad, unless it's in a really positive vein. So looking at the questions on your screen now, can you try and share this exercise with your teenager? Let them find out a bit about you. You can both answer these questions. It really helps them to see that you had many of the same challenges that they might be going through. Try and make this fun. Look at old photos, judging those terrible hairstyles is a great way to connect. Maybe listen to your favourite band from that time, but be prepared to listen to your teenager's current favourite band too. And the idea of this exercise is really to get to know your young person, what they're really like. You think you know them really well, but you might be surprised because they change so quickly at this age. Let them get to know you and to appreciate what happened in your life when you were a teenager. In the last 2 weeks, we've looked at some of the scary challenges that our young people face. And the warning signs for you as parents are all about being able to recognise when your teenager is struggling. If you don't know them, you're not going to see these warning signs and you won't know that there's been a shift.